Hello, my name is Richard Hayworth, and here is a look at the new Sun City Model Railroad Club location and layout. My earlier video showed the old one and a little bit of the building where the new one was going to be located, and there's the layout they're going to be building. And this is the building in which the layout will be housed. Actually, it houses an awful lot of activities for the Sun City Rec Center. All different kinds of activities in here, including the Model Railroad Club, which has a space now that's about 50% bigger than the old place that it had. It's a beautiful new building, state-of-the-art, very, very nice. And this is in December when the building opened. They've just gotten access to the room, so they've only had just a little while to start building. And there's the beginning of what will be the Model Railroad layout. Some raw materials on the corner, and there's the club president talking to a couple of the members about how they're going to proceed and what the steps are going to be to get things done. It's a real detailed process, as I found out during the course of making these videos. But here primarily is just a big empty room. The video is being taken from the operating balcony on one side of the room. It's where the operator of the layout will eventually be, along with all the control panels. This is in back of the layout room itself. It's a kitchen area, it's a storage area, a work area where they can store extra things, work on the trains, build new buildings, and things like that. And those are the steps up into the balcony where the operation will be controlled. And again, another look at the raw materials. They're just getting started. A couple of buildings, a couple of tables built, and there's the operating balcony again. But just a lot of large space awaiting the construction of the new layout. Here we are a couple of months later. This is January 2010, and they've had a chance to come in here and get some work done. A lot more construction has been done. A lot more tables are here. They're starting to put in the railroad track and the base for the track, and that consists of some fairly dense fiberboard along with some high-density styrofoam that they use to insulate the sound from the trains from the actual underlying plywood in the layout table. And they do that so that they've got a firm base for running the trains, and also a way to keep the sound from reverberating through the plywood that it holds the tables together on the top. You can see a lot more tables there. They've actually extended on down the room toward the door. This is a speeded up version of some of the guys working on the track and some of the things they do to actually prepare the track bed for the laying of the track itself. The guy over on the right is pounding nails in to secure the track, and here they are putting down the fiberboard on top of the high-density styrofoam in order to make a bed for the track to be laid on. A lot more tables. We got the equipment in there, sawing things up. Now this is even later. This is in April, and they have progressed to a point where they've got a lot of the track laid, and they're starting to put the landscaping basics in, the structure for what will become the finished landscaping. And you can see that in the cardboard strips and so on. I'll show you some of that a little bit later. But a lot more table, a lot more track laid. Things are progressing. There's a beginning of wiring on that board on the back wall for the control panel. But you can see down toward the door here they've got a lot more table in, and are beginning to put the track bed down there. Here's some details of the landscaping and how they do it. I'm fascinated by what I'm learning about how to do this. If I'd known all this when I was doing my model railroading years ago, it would have been a lot simpler. But they're putting the cardboard strips in place that are going to be the basis of the various mountains and things they're going to have as part of the layout. It's going to be really neat. Here's some detail. This is a sculpted styrofoam cliff face. They cover that with some impregnated paper that when it dries gives you a rock face that looks like what you see on the right. And then they use books like this to go ahead and select the colors and decide how they're going to paint it so it looks realistic. Now this is a partially painted rock face and another part of the layout. They haven't got all of it done, so you see some of the basic white cliff face there. And then this is the book they're using. It's kind of like the Red Rocks of Sedona that we have here in Arizona, but they're going to be using that for this part of the layout. And then I'm going to pan around and show you that white rock cliff face and the tracks that run by it. I'm really very surprised at how aesthetic this is looking even now, and the kind of planning that went into making it look good. they're running trains now. They want to get the trains running as soon as they can. They haven't got all the bugs worked out, but we're going to be seeing a train coming around the corner in the midst of all the construction. And they do that because one of the things they provide is a viewing experience for people who come through on tours, and so they want to get trains up and running as fast as they can. And we'll see some few blinking lights because the electricity isn't quite all worked out yet. And oops, there's a little bit of a derailment. So they've got some more work to do, but it's all part of the process of ironing out the site and working out the kinks so they actually get going. We're going to follow this train around. We're going to be seeing a lot more of this train here than we would when the thing is finished, because we can look through what's going to be the solid landscaping and follow the train around. That will all be covered by landscaping when they're done. And here's another look at a train coming around. So they do have some up and running, which is one of the things they wanted to do. That, again, has been fascinating for me to see the whole process that they go through and the steps they go through, and they don't have to redo anything. They actually do it right the first time, so there's very, very little of having to redo anything. They actually cant the track inward on the curves by putting a thin piece of cardboard underneath the outer rail, so they actually are able to run the trains at a higher speed and have it safe. There's a train entering to what's going to be a tunnel. We actually can see it now. We won't be able to see it in the future when the tunnel is complete. The landscaping's all there, but for now we can watch it run through the tunnel and actually come out the other end. Fascinating process. I've learned a lot. As I said, it's been fascinating. There's some upper level track there, and they're making good progress. They're doing pretty well. They lose some members over the summer when the snowbirds leave, but they're going to keep working on it. And I'll be doing other updates in the future to show you how it progresses as we go along. This is left over from the old layout: buildings, cars, bridges, all kinds of landscape stuff, and that's going to be incorporated into the new layout, but for now it sits in the back room behind the layout room, waiting for them to get to a point where they can actually put that kind of stuff in the layout. And here's another shot of the trains coming through. I'll be taking similar shots in the future to give you an idea about what it looks like now and then what it looks like in the future, and you'll be able to see the changes for yourself. So there will be other updates as the layout work progresses. If you're interested in the Sun City Model Railroad Club or living in Sun City, any housing information, you can give me a call. That's my cell phone number, or send me an email, or visit my website, and I'll be happy to answer any questions I can. Thanks for watching.